Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be quite a lengthy video because we're going to be talking about my entire weight loss journey from start to finish, where it is now, me maintaining, and there's quite a lot to talk about. The last major update I did was when I was at my 35 pounds loss. I will link that video above in case you haven't seen it, and I was just talking about where I'd come from, where I was at that time, what my plans were, and I would definitely say like my plans changed. Obviously as time went on, I lost more weight, and I thought I would sit down and address it now because I am what I would call my ideal weight now. I'm not planning to lose anymore, and I thought I would just talk to you about my whole journey from start to finish when it comes to Weight Watchers, how much I've lost, how I found it, where I was starting at, where I've got to, and in hopes that it's useful for you guys. I get a lot of questions like, do you work out? How much have you lost altogether? And I appreciate that there's also a lot more of us now since when I started last year, and you guys might want to know a little bit more about my backstory and how I got to where I am and where I was at. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and to keep it as concise as humanly possible because I am a waffler, I have made notes which I thought would be the most sensible things to do in this kind of situation, so I'm not literally making you sit here for your whole life. When I first started my weight loss journey, when I decided to, you know, enough was enough and I wanted to make a change, and I'll go on to that in a moment, I was 12 stone 2, and for those of you guys that don't work in stone, 12 stone 2 is 77.111 kilograms or 170 pounds, which, you know, might be a lot, might not be that much, that's, you know, whatever. And now, so at the end of my journey, when I'm just maintaining and what I call my happy weight, I am 8 stone 5 or 117 pounds or 53.07 kilograms, which is a total loss of 3 stone 11 or 53 pounds or 24 kilograms, which is a lot of weight. Honestly guys, it was so much more weight than I ever anticipated losing. I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy. I'm so much healthier in my body, in myself, in my mind, more importantly. And I just thought, again, I would talk to you about how I've done it, what I found, any tips and tricks, and how I've stayed focused all of this time. So let's start back in June of 2018 because that is where my journey first started. And I actually did a video where you can actually listen to me talk in the current headspace that I was at the time of why I started Weight Watchers, how I was feeling. I'll link that video above. But just to give you guys in a nutshell, I wasn't feeling healthy, I wasn't feeling happy. There were loads of physical and mental signs that I needed this change. I needed to do it for myself, and at that point it was the right time for me. It was something that I knew I wanted for myself. It was no pressure from anyone else. I just knew from that day, like, something happened, something was triggered. Wasn't even thinking about it the night before. It's weird, it just came all of a sudden, and I wanted to make that change. So that was the day I downloaded my Weight Watchers app. I'm still using it at the moment. It is always in my back pocket, it's always in my phone, and I've registered for Weight Watchers online at that specific moment. Like, no more BS, I just wanted to do it. And that is the first thing, like, I wanted to talk to you about. Like, you have to be in it for yourself. You have to be in the right headspace. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of commitment, and it's hard work as well. It's not easy to lose that amount of weight. It's not easy to lose any amount of weight. It takes a lot of dedication, it takes a lot of discipline and everything like that, so you have to be in it for yourself. You cannot do it for anyone else's reasons. But, you know, realizing myself really helped me out because I knew that it was just me that wanted to make that change. So again, I downloaded the app, and I have literally tracked every single day since June of 2018. Like, when I started, that day I downloaded the app, I have tracked the good days, I've tracked the bad days, I've literally tracked every single thing I've eaten, which, you know, you might think is quite excessive. Actually, it wasn't. It was a breeze to do. The app makes it super easy to track food on the go and track food at home, to cook meals from scratch. Like, everything is just so accessible. And even at maintaining now, I've just upped my points, and I still track every single thing that I eat to this day. And I just find it keeps me accountable. It helps me to food forecast. It helps me in a lot of different ways, and I just love it. It's just become part of my lifestyle, part of my routine, and I feel like if it's not broke, why fix it? So I'm still tracking to this day. I'll show you a picture of me when I first started my weight loss journey to now, and as you can see, guys, there is a pretty big physical difference, that is for sure. But not only that, I would definitely say, if you watch some of my older videos, the confidence and the just the way I present myself is just so much more positive, and you can just tell that I'm in such a better headspace and in a physical space as well. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel more confident, I feel like I look better, and I'm just mega proud of it, and it's just a great space. So that was definitely where I started at. So I took all my measurements and everything like that, and again I pointed every single day. And the way I've kind of got to where I am, the way I've lost 55 pounds, I think is it 53 or 55 pounds altogether? I think we said 53. So the way I've done that is, again, by pointing, but also by keeping things interesting, by keeping food interesting. You guys will know if you watch my what I eat in a day videos, I like to keep food interesting. I like to keep myself inspired. I like to keep myself on my toes with my food. So I do like to keep food interesting, and if you are still currently pointing, or just like myself, if you're maintaining, I would suggest checking out that playlist, because not only is it Weight Watchers friendly, which is so ideal, just full of recipes on there, guys. It's so good. I even rewatch them back myself and remind myself to try the things that I've had before, and it's just great. So, and I've mentioned this before in a video where I don't consider Weight Watchers a diet, I consider it a lifestyle choice. I will link that video above. That as soon as I stopped seeing myself as on a diet was when my lifestyle changed and my progress could actually begin. Now, at the beginning, I did very much see it as a diet. In the first kind of few months, I was like, this is a diet. But then as I was losing, I thought, how long am I going to be able to keep this up for? How long is this going to be sustainable for? So when I sat and had a real think about it, I switched it to that mindset of, this is not a diet. This is a lifestyle choice now for me. This is how I want to live my life. Everything in moderation, tracking as I go, and just making myself accountable for my food choices. And as soon as I decided to do that, a pressure almost felt lifted, and I just decided that day to look at it in a different way, and I just feel so much freer. I feel so much more positive. It's so much less overwhelming when I looked at it in that nature, or when I stepped outside the box and decided to look at it as a plan as opposed to a diet. And that's definitely something that helped me. And if that is something that you are struggling with, I would definitely consider having a think about that. Another area that I really focused on was my portion control. And I'm going to do a full dedicated video on portion control, because I feel like it's an area that a lot of people struggle with. But I've definitely learned from this journey about portion control, what is a good portion for me, what keeps me happy, what keeps me healthy, what keeps me nourished, what drives me, and also portions that were just mega too big for me. Like, it's made me realize that I didn't need to physically eat everything that was on my plate if I felt full. It's taught me to listen to my body. It's taught me to recognize the signs of binge eating and not healthy snacking and everything like that. So I would definitely say it's taught me a lot in regards to food. It's taught me a lot in regards to listening to my body, and that has also been a key learning of this journey, and something that has made it much more easier to sustain our goal. So that is something that I've definitely learned about, and it's helped me keep focused. It's helped me keep on track. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm trying to refer to my notes as well, make sure that I don't miss anything. Another thing is, with the Weight Watchers plan, I don't feel restricted. I don't feel like I'm denying myself anything. I feel like, and this kind of goes into thinking of it as a diet, I feel like if you're saying no to yourself a lot of the time, there's no incentive, it's not realistic, and it's not sustainable. I'm of the mindset that there's no good or bad food. Everything is okay in moderation. If you want a burger, have a burger. Just don't have a burger every single day. Don't have a burger at breakfast, lunch and dinner. Do you know what I mean? Just make smarter choices. And I've spoken about this before. This is what has made my lifestyle more sustainable and also really successful. I think it's really easy to look at a journey and just think that's took a load of exercise, a load of work, whereas for me it's just actually took smarter choices, tracking my food, and being a little bit more active. And when I say a little bit, I don't work out, and it's one of the main questions that I get asked. What is your exercise routine? How do you work out? Like, what exercise have you incorporated? And the truth of the matter is, I don't work out. I wish I did. I feel like I definitely need to get rid of, like, you know, loose skin that I have going on. There's a lot of that. I've spoken about that before. I do have loose skin going on, and it is a bit of an insecurity for me, but it is something that if I did address a healthier lifestyle in regards to fitness, that might help me. It's just prioritizing it at the moment. But I do walking, so I walk a lot. I walk from Monday to Friday at least half an hour every single day, and that is basically because of the school run. And I doubt if I didn't have to do that school run, if I would even do that, because I drive everywhere, and it's easy to become lazy. But For anyone out there who, like me, is a bit of a gymophobe, which I am trying to change. It's one of my like things that I do want to start doing, a bit more exercise, not necessarily joining a gym, but I do want to become more active. But the comfort you guys can take from this, I guess, is that I have managed to do this with minimal exercise. So it just shows you that your food choices are so powerful and are so impactful on your weight, on your size, your physical and mental well-being, that it's something that we should all be able to change quite effortlessly, really. I mean, you don't have to love spending every waking hour in the kitchen like I do. I happen to love cooking, I happen to love baking. I can imagine if you didn't, it would be quite soul destroying, but I happen to love it and it really does drive and fuel me. So it's definitely taught me about food and fake foods and everything like that. Again, fake food is something that I've done a video on, I'll link it above, but it's taught me about establishing limits and establishing restriction and establishing how to be more in tune with my body and make smarter choices and give myself the flexibility to make not so healthy choices from time to time, which keeps it sustainable, it keeps it realistic. So that is definitely something that I wanted to mention. Another thing that's kept me on track and has just kept me motivated and it's been a huge contributing factor to the weight loss has been celebrating my milestones and celebrating the choices that I have made and the weight that I have lost. And it might seem quite shallow to celebrate in your weight loss. It might seem quite shallow to think I look great, I'm gonna like think I look amazing, but you know what, if you've worked hard to shift a shit ton of weight, you deserve to feel good about it. You deserve to feel like, you know what, I've got these size 8 shorts on, wow. And I'm not saying that you have to be a size 8 like I am to be happy, but what I am saying is you are allowed to celebrate your choices. You are allowed to think that you look good. You are allowed to have that body positivity. You know, we're also like tuned into celebrating every body shape nowadays. Like, no matter what it is, we're so conditioned to celebrate every body shape, yet when it comes to celebrating our own, it feels unnatural. It feels like we're being conceited and that we're not being very modest and humble. But actually, there's nothing wrong with you guys thinking, you know what, I've worked bloody hard and I look good, and I want you guys to do that. I want you to feel confident. I want you to feel like I'm feeling and just think, you know what, I've worked hard and I absolutely deserve to feel this way, and there is nothing wrong with it. It does not make you a big head. It does not make you shallow or anything like that. And you know, that is something that I remind myself of, and having that confidence has, again, it's aided me to keep going. It's aided me to go further because I crave that positivity within myself, and I think it's a fantastic thing to have, and it gives you an incentive. So celebrate the milestones, no matter how big or small they are. £1 a week, £2 a week, £0.5 a week, like celebrate it. It will keep you on track, it will keep you mindful, and celebrating these choices are definitely helps for me. It definitely aided my weight loss. It made it, again, something that was positive, and like positive reinforcement from myself. So that was definitely something that helped me and kept me on track in regards to the losses. The next thing I want to talk about is something physical that you can do to keep yourself on track, and that is regular weighing. And I know some people have mixed feeling about regular weighing. Some people think that they want to do it, and some people are like, I don't want to put so much focus on the numbers. And I'm not telling you guys to fixate on numbers and fixate on the size in the back of your dress, but what I am saying is, if you're doing some kind of weight loss plan, it's a good idea to keep track. It's a good idea to know where you're at, to know where you're up to. And I would definitely suggest getting digital scales. Weighing yourself every morning naked if you can, and at the similar kind of time of day, preferably after you've had a bowel movement if you can. It's not always possible, I know myself, but where you can, try and weigh yourself at least once a week, and that will just keep you guys on track, and it will give you an incentive, it'll keep you motivated, but also it lets you, again, get to grips with your body. What's it doing? You know, I learn a lot from weighing myself. I know that people like shy away from it, but don't be scared of the scales, man. Just step on them and don't put too much emphasis on it, but definitely take it into consideration and learn from it. You know, it kind of depends on the kind of personality that you have, but I don't really mind stepping on the scales and seeing a gain or a loss because I can justify it quite well. I can understand it. Nothing's ever a complete surprise to me, just because I'm so in tune with everything that I'm eating. So I know that if I have put on a pound overnight, it's likely fluid, it's likely undigested food, it's likely something else. Fun fact, and this is a bit of a side note, to put on even a pound of fat, you would have to consume in a 24-hour period 3,500 calories more than you burn, which is a shit ton of food. I'd be surprised if anybody could do that, to be quite honest, with the amount of food you would physically have to eat. So don't worry about it, you know, don't put too much emphasis on it, but definitely do take it into consideration. And regular weighing definitely helped me with my weight loss. It kept me on track, it kept me on target. Keep positive. Again, don't see it as a diet, see it as a lifestyle choice. I would say that apart from tracking and pointing, that would be my biggest tip after keeping food interesting. It would be keep yourself positive, motivated and happy. And I really hope that that is where this channel comes in for a lot of you, because I get so many messages. I get like hundreds in a space of a couple of days of how much you guys feel motivated, how much it's working for you, how happy you guys feel. And it's so nice to even play a small part in your guys' journey. So keep those coming. I'll always reply where I can, and I want to hear from you. I want to know how you guys are all doing. I feel like that is pretty much everything. So before I finish, I just wanted to address one more thing, which is, do I recommend a weight loss? Do I recommend my journey? Do I recommend Weight Watchers in particular? And absolutely I do. And I am not just saying that because I am a Wellness at Wix ambassador, which actually came 3/4 the way into my journey. So I was still paying for the app like everybody else. I was still tracking and doing it anyways. And to be quite honest with you, even if they hadn't have approached me, I would still have been doing it because I was doing it anyway, regardless. So I would 100% recommend it. It's changed my life. 53 pounds or over 50 pounds that's been lost has literally morphed me into a different person. And I know that sounds dramatic, but it's just had a knock-on effect to so many different things. Physical health. I just feel so much weller in myself. I just feel so much more energetic. I can run about with the kids without getting tired or feeling sluggish. My mental health has felt better. I've been more positive. It's just had such a massive impact on me that the physical stuff has kind of been an added bonus, which is always lovely. You are always going to get people commenting on every aspect of your life, especially someone like me who puts their life on social media, who puts their life on YouTube. You are going to get comments, and I would say that, you know, with every good there's a bad, and sometimes I do get messages like, you have an eating disorder, you've lost way too much weight, you've gone tiny, the bones in your chest stick out. I get all sorts, guys, like, you know, not loads, but I definitely get a few of those comments for sure. And the only way I'll address that is, I know my body better than anyone else on this planet. I know I'm happy, I know I'm healthy, and on the NHS BMI calculator, I can afford to lose another 5 pounds before I am considered underweight, which I will never ever do. I'm happy at 8 stone 5. I weighed myself this morning and I was 8 stone 6, so whoop whoop. You know, I'm celebrating the gains. You know, if my body needs a pound, I'll put it on. I'm not too fussed. You know, I'm trying to stay between the 8'5" and the 8'9". I'm happy anything in between that space, if I'm honest. My initial goal weight was 9 stone. So to get to where I am, I'm just so thrilled and grateful, and I know you guys can do it. So if you're feeling a bit of a lack of motivation, if you're feeling like you can't do it, if you feel like you have to work out, you absolutely don't. I've done it with no working out apart from the walking that I've mentioned, and I'm just so happy about it, guys. So I'm at 20 minutes, so I'm gonna leave it here. But if you guys do have any questions or specific questions I haven't answered in regards to my journey, if you're curious about something, if you want to know more about something, comment in the comments box down below if you have video requests, or if you just have specific questions, and I'll answer every single one that I get. But thank you so much for watching and hanging out today. Thank you for joining us if you're a new subscriber. There's been quite a few of us recently, so I'm just so thrilled to have you guys here. It means so much to me, and yeah, so thank you guys so much. I wish you all the love and luck on your journeys, and you know, I'm here for you guys. If you need anything, do let me know. And you'll always find love, positivity and support on this channel. And if it's not just from me, it's from my amazing subscribers as well. I see you guys chatting in the comments, and you're the best bunch of people in the world, and I'm so lucky to have you guys. So yeah, just keep the love coming. Subscribe if you're new, of course, to see more videos like this from me, along with what I eat in a days and hints and tips when it comes to my lifestyle at the moment and everything like that. I'd love to have you here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.